taking this serious.
I saw a picture.
Yeah, but all basketball players' feet are mash up. It's not just his. All of them. Shaq. Who else have I seen by this chance? Nah, not even he's not even an NBA player. Deion Sanders, NFL man. He had to get his toes amputated and that because he had blood clots and that in his foot because they were wearing shoes that are too tight for time, and then he was just building up issues.
But in the NBA, isn't like the shoe culture, like it's massive. The shoe culture is massive, isn't it? It's like you got like the kicks on, people want to buy them.
There we go. Yeah, but that's like all sports now.
Yeah, I would have thought though, like with the basketball at least, they'll take care of their feet a little bit better.
With the money that they have, absolutely.
Bro, it's common sense for us to think like that, innit? Yeah. But I just watch Gills Arena, I watch Players' Choice, I watch all these things. Man just don't care. All they care about is playing basketball. They really are that sometimes tunnel vision. It's just about getting on the court and doing what I can. It doesn't matter how injured I am. I'm just gonna play because I love playing.
Surely NBA must be one of the most like painful sports like that you think about.
I'm not even close.
That's a choice.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
100%.
Okay,
it's meant to be a non-contact sport at the end of the day. Really, I know it's a lot of physicality in it, but you can't actually go and initiate contact on people. But in football, you're kicking a ball 24/7. Like everything is to do with pounding paws on your feet on the ground or kicking a ball at velocity or jumping as well as jumping as in the basketball. You're jumping in football as well.
None of them are gonna slide tackle you. You're gonna have to jump out the way.
That's a bit, and then there's way more physical sports than football as well, like rugby.
American football.
NFL is not as physical as rugby, but it's way more physical than football and basketball.
I'm so sorry to cut you here, but it's a little chilly in here, don't you think?
I've got the heater on.
Damn, it must be me.
Yeah, it says 19 degrees in there at the moment. It's gonna go up to 26.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for it to hit 26. I miss St. Lucia, guys.
I hear it still.
Yeah, man. So we'll be reminiscing until we end up back there.
I hear it still. Yeah. When are you going to go back?
I actually don't know, because next year's going to be a difficult one. You want to go to Jamaica, innit?
I do. I'm just waiting on things to pass. But Jamaica, me and my mum were talking about hitting up Jamaica at the end of the year.
This year?
Next year.
I was like,
only November halfway gone. But look, okay, December is like a family tradition, where everyone from the States, the Virgin Islands, the UK, wherever they're stationed, usually comes over on one place. Because my great grandma, she's her birthday's on Christmas Day. Next year she'll be 100.
Nice, congratulations to her.
So yeah, if we can make it, that'll be wonderful. I'm trying to bring
me to Jamaica for the first time.
And mom.
I have no intention of going to Jamaica at all. Like zero. It does not interest me in the slightest.
Right, that's how people, that's how island.
But do you know what though? I understand that, because like you got to understand, like if you're always in the islands, they're more or less, it look quite similar. The culture's different, but like the place is
what's your reasoning then?
Going to the
not want to go to Jamaica? It's just never interested me. I've never, like, there's certain places where it interests me to go see. Jamaica's just never been one of those places that I'm like, yeah, I want to go see Jamaica. Like, ever. When I was younger, I did, like, for a little period of time. But that's when I started smoking at first. So I was like, I can go smoke over. That's known, Jamaica's known for smoking. Let me go see what it's like over there. But then I grew out of that, so.
I hear what you're saying.
So there's just no interest in it.
If you go back home anyways and go to like the rural areas and you already live that kind of life rather than the touristy life, then I can see why. Yeah,
you're going to have to let me know how Jamaica compares to St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
Yeah. And that will be helpful with the defining factor, because everybody I know who's gone to Jamaica has told me Jamaica's not nearly as nice looking as St. Lucia.
Oh.
So St. Lucia's gorgeous. I'm so sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
So she can tell you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like, I wasn't trying to draw it out of her though, because I know it's bad mind, innit? Because I know it's a Jamaican, you don't want to say it, innit?
I love my people. I love my culture. I love everything about Jamaica.
She can tell you herself.
I love everything about my country, my people, everything. Because I'm a country girl. As soon as I go home,
it's lovely, isn't it?
I'm forget results. I'm going straight to bush. So I'm loving every second.
When we go home, then.
No, of course not. Like,
anyway,
family yard
if I was to go to St. Lucia,
you're going
Jamaica,
straight home. You're going straight to your house.
Yeah, I'm going to the family. I'm not going to the resort. I don't call that.
No, we don't do any of that.
That's not going to Jamaica or going home to us, because we're going to sit on a resort and just drink cocktails and all you can eat food and that. It's not really seeing much.
Bro, you're not seeing nothing with
You're
the
not seeing
island.
nothing.
You're not
Nah,
seeing
yeah,
nothing
yeah,
with the
just
island.
one little
man. You're not
place.
getting
You
the
can do what
experience at
the
all.
It baffles
tourists
me
do.
when I see enough of them people just coming on the plane home with me, and they were like, "Yeah, we loved St. Lucia." I'm like, "Where did you go then?" "Oh, we didn't really leave the resort." I'm like,
So you didn't go nowhere.
"You didn't go to St. Lucia. You went to
to the resort in St. Lucia.
whatever resort that you went to. You went there. That's not even the country itself,
Yeah,
bro. You might as well
yeah.
just said I went to the, what do they call them up there? The one that Sherelle went to? Oh, the Royalton. I went to the Royalton.
I forgot.
Yeah,
Stayed
I flew
there.
to the Royalton. Oh, yeah, you didn't fly to St. Lucia.
Yeah, I'd spend some time on a resort, but I wouldn't be there for long. Like, it'd be like
Nah, not at all. I
couple
don't even
days.
I mean,
Just
it'll be
to
a little
kinda-
boring for me. The only reason why I went last
The reason why I
year-
would never do it is because it's damn expensive. They think they're getting
That's the only
bargains.
problem.
They
Oh,
think they're getting bargains.
It's
Tell you
not.
what,
It's
they're
not
not.
at all.
They're
Not at all.
They're not.
got lucky enough to go last year anyways to a resort for only 10 days, but that's only because it was church. It was like a convention, so you
Yeah.
kind of had a reason to go.
Different.
And when I was there, I was just like, it's nice here, had my people here. I just want to go back.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's more to explore because you come out and then you're like, oh, well, it's like a carriageway and you need some kind of vehicle to actually get to like the nearest.
Yeah, she says she lives out in country.
Yeah, man.
That's nice.
Milk the cow.
I like that I live in the
Walk the
rainforest, but
donkey.
I still only live 10 minutes from the town.
Walk
Yeah,
the
so it's not
goats,
too
dig up
far for you
yam.
still.
But her, she's telling me you're half an hour, 40 minutes to the nearest.
Town.
Look,
Karate.
well, yeah.
Karate.
Every time she tells me
we're
you were going to
talking
go
like
to
40
Jamaica, and I'm
minutes.
like, yo,
We're
40
talking like
minute
40
drive.
minutes to the nearest town.
That's crazy work.
Listen, it's not that bad though. Like once you get used to the driving, you know where you're going. You just
40
gotta feel
minute
like-
drive, you're nearly at the capital. From where I'm driving, from my house. That's mad. Oh, well.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Jamaica.
Nah, I might
Anyways,
go in February,
welcome to the
Bro, she tried to steal my line. She tried to steal my line. Do you want to try again?
welcome to Uncommon Sense, guys. I'm not your host.
Well, am I the host? I guess I am the host, but I just feel like I'm like the person that just introduces everybody. And
I'm Ella.
Part.
Jamal, well, go on.
Fabian. I don't even know what to say after that now.
Because she took your line.
Just messed
I said
up
I'm
the whole
lost.
flow.
I said I'm lost.
Messed up the whole
Where
flow.
am I?
Don't even know what we're talking
where do
about
I
this
go
week.
from here? Where do we come from? Where do we
Jammy's
go?
back.
Yes, what's
Jamal's
going on,
back.
people? How we doing?
There we go.
It's been a little minute still.
It's been ages.
Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
so-
I think people have missed you because the views have gone down since.
Oh,
we've
swear
not been
down.
here, so yeah.
You lot be missing me, yeah?
I missed the hair.
I'm back. You ain't got to miss me no more.
Hopefully we
Damn.
get the algorithm back on our side now.
Yeah, I got the consistency.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
They
saying?
like us when we talk about boycotts.
Swear down.
Yeah, last week we were trying it. We did a little inkling about it, but we just couldn't be asked to carry on too much in depth. What were we talking
There
about?
it wasn't really much to say though.
Nah,
was
we
it? It
didn't.
was
I
all our-
deliberately did not talk about Elaine's boycott.
What, who's
Deliberately.
Elaine's boycott?
Elaine the Pain, you probably seen
Talking
her.
about with the Asians.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shut
deliberately
up,
didn't
man.
talk about it. I deliberately.
She's-
'cause-
I get the premise of it,
exactly, but
I
I don't
get it.
The message is poor.
but like, yeah, the execution of the message is absolutely terrible.
Terrible.
Like,
All our-
absolutely.
Because if you
shocking.
did a little bit of history, you would understand that they have deliberately put things in play for us not to be able to get loans, rent,
Right.
property, all these things. But the Asians didn't get that.
No.
And they were also here about 100 years before us, with the first shop being in 1850, and I think our shop being in 1960s. So they've already got a 100-year
On us.
on us. And the third and final, the most important thing, which if you watch this podcast with us that we talk about all the time, is that the Asian people know how to pitch together. They live together, they buy off one house, they get another property, they do another property. So they're making generational wealth inside the family all the time. Black people will still have a part of this rat race of the Western society where you need to leave the home, go get your house, get a mortgage or rent, and lose money hand over foot because everything needs to be fast buck.
Yeah.
But that's so I didn't really want to go into it because
mean-
it can annoy me.
All I asked was, do boycotts work? That's
Yeah, no,
it.
but
That's
I was gonna
what I
go to
started
the
off with.
boycott, the one that has been like fresh at home right now. But I just was like, should I do that, or do we do a whole episode of it, or I just leave it? So I'll give it 5 to 10 minutes here. What do you think about it?
What, that boycott particularly, or
Yeah.
just boycotting like Asian communities?
That boycott Asian communities.
I get
Yeah.
why black people might want to do that in a sense of like, when I go down to black areas or majority where it's just our people, you'll see still a lot of Asian run bossman shops, and we know them as bossman shops.
Yeah, and
Like-
then she was upset the fact that we called them boss men.
Why? What's wrong with that? It's bossman.
She was like, he is no boss to you. He's not putting money back into your culture.
not-
I'm like,
it's not-
he doesn't. It's not always about the fiscal thing of money, you know. It's about having a community.
Sorry, but that means she's disconnected from her own culture because we call it as a sign of respect. The same way I call a brother my bro. Like he's not my brother.
Yeah.
He's not my bro, but it's a sign of respect. It's from one brother to another brother, as in one black man to another black man. I see you, black man. Yes, bro. How we doing? Do you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with like, oh, you're my boss or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. So she already is showing that she's disconnected from her own culture.
But the problem is, I feel like she knows better. Every time I look at Elaine and I watch Elaine, I'm like, you know that's not the reason why they call him boss man, but I feel like you're using that as a trigger point just to get your point across.
Maybe.
And it's not even, that's not good because you're using the tropes of the white man and their media and their propaganda crap, which we need to come away from that and just be truthful with each other. Just tell the truth. You don't need to actually go and spin a narrative just to hit the algorithm to make sure your point gets to more people. Unfortunately, doing that, you're just going to keep perpetrating the same effects of what the elites, as I call them.
Yeah.
You fake it till you make it, kind of.
My question is this: has she been relevant until before recent? Like, was she like on a decline? Was she on an incline? Was she just
kind of been on like a
okay? So
one of those
steady,
things. So, steady income.
So maybe that's why she's doing it then. So to take advantage and keep pushing herself higher, because sometimes we could do that as like, do you know what I mean?
The boycott conversation, I remember her talking about hair conversation.
Because that's what we spoke about.
Yeah,
natural hair.
She really pushed on that, and I was quite happy.
I'm
to
saying
see that.
she knows. She's very clued up.
Oh, see, so now I know what. So, bro, she saw that. She saw formula that one.
Yeah.
And she's now using. She's trying to use that same formula in a different area to see if she can win again in that area.
Yeah, you're right. I completely agree with you. But the one point that I just keep seeing more people that she's replying to and who she's kind of biting back at. She's, how am I going to say it? Even when people are trying to back her and give her the historical evidence behind what she's trying to push, she's like, okay, you're trying to give it in a different way, but I'm trying to give it the most harsh way and say boycott these men rather than work alongside these men. I'm not trying to say what you men are trying to do. I'm literally trying to say, shut off these men's money route. Do not spend a damn penny in any of these places. Like, you're not pushing the correct message. That's not a good message.
But my thing is, but why are you saying? Have they done something to you in your community for you to say that?
I think the whole premise is the fact that they're in our communities and got their shops there is they're doing something to us. Yeah, it looks like to me. I may have got this completely wrong, but what she's saying and what I'm hearing is the fact that you're in our communities, you're making money off us, therefore you're holding us back, and you're not a benefit to our community. So you need to go.
Okay, cool. Now so I've been tapped in a little bit with what has been going on, but now I've got a little bit more context. So to answer the question of what I think, from what I'm hearing and all the rest of it, I get what she's trying to say and what she's trying to do. It's coming from in a good place. Terrible execution. Dog doo-doo execution. What do you mean? If it's such a concern for you, why not start looking at getting the necessary funding and actually looking at building up yourself a franchise of Bossman shops that are black owned? Or there are actual Bossman shops or black owned like corner shops on the rest of it. They do exist. So why not speak to them and start looking at how you can turn them that one shop or handful of shops into a franchise of shops that you can then build yourself up maybe in London or whatever, or start actually creating a GoFundMe or whatever to actually then the money is actually circulating in the community. The point of what she's saying is obviously with the black pound, black dollar, whatever it is, black money doesn't circulate in the black community nearly as long as it does in any other community. The Asian community, it's like a month. The white community is like it's 90 days, something silly like that. I don't know what it is specifically, but our community lasts like 3 days. So from when I get paid to once I've run out of money, my pounds don't go to black businesses or it doesn't stay in the black community. It goes to the white person, the Asian man, all the rest of it. So in that regard, I hear what she's trying to say. Like, we need to have our money circulating within our communities so we can uplift our communities and not have to rely on other individuals for our resources and all the rest of it. However, what a terrible way to go about it. Oh, so the man that's been helping me out for the last 20 years, like, because there's amount of shops that I go down to, and I like when I was younger and I didn't have bread, and I'll go up to Bossman and be like, yo, I ain't got the change today. Like, you'll see me you're going to see me in a couple of days or next week. Is it right? Yeah, cool, no worries. So all them time,
that was a lot of the videos that were pushing back against
bro,
that,
like, man would have been hungry.
Yeah, that was the point that a lot of people were pushing.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because we built that relationship, it's not like they ain't looked after us. The prices, they undercut the prices. Man goes to the butcher, I get a lot better prices in the butchers over there than I do when I go into the houses and Tesco's and Sainsbury's. So you're telling me to spite off my own nose, But you for not no reason. I get the reason. There is a reason. But you're telling me to spat off my own nose
without a backup,
without without nothing to fall back on, without any replacement. Don't make no sense. Go make some replacements and then come talk to us. And until then, shut up. Because what you're talking is nonsense. You're just trying to stay relevant for what I can see and what I'm getting.
It looks like you're as you said, the point is correct. Where you're going, the original basis of the point was correct. However, we done know the minorities need to stay together anyway. We should more. It's rather than boycotting a man and saying F what you're doing. It should be let's come together. Let me learn what you've figured out how to get by. And you can help put me on as well.
Yeah,
that's I just why I thought. Why have you not just span it to that anyway? Why have you Richie said that we need to just divide and conquer again, segregate each other again when this is all that they've done to us?
Yeah,
and this is why I wanted to spin this episode too. Certain things that the others have done throughout this world, to this world, and what we're living in is crazy. And I mean the others, as I mean white people. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about the ones that do not care about life. Living, money is more important than a person's life.
Yeah.
Them lot.
The capitalists.
The elites at the top.
And the system that they've created, and then that's the people up below have perpetuated that cycle.
Yeah, because they don't know any better. They don't want to really learn the real history. We get taught a certain history through the educational systems, and if we stick with that and move with that, we know no better.
Or partially it's in their nature.
But what, say again?
Or partially it's in their nature. Bit barbaric.
What do you mean it's in the nature? I'm talking about even us, people of our colour as well.
No,
I'm talking anybody taught through that educational system. If you don't choose to go outside of it and learn anything else, you're just gonna carry on the same things that they teach us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just want to add we won't do too much this week. I wanted a few things of what have white people done to this world that may not have been done if they didn't have the power. And not necessarily they weren't here. The level of power of what they've had for the last 700, 800 years, I would say.
I mean, we'd have a lot better working cities.
You think?
100%, bro.
Go on, elaborate.
100%. What do you mean?
I just want to. I'm just asking questions.
Wait.
I'm just asking questions.
Nah.
I'm gonna sit here like I don't know.
Well, I've come
from Mars.
Cool, calm. You come from Mars, yeah?
Mash up.
Calm.
We're ready for this week, guys.
So, all right. Well, I've got a question. We saw the Western world they had a medieval time.
Yeah, you're talking about the Dark Ages.
Dark Ages. Thank you. Perfectly. The specific part of the medieval time.
Sorry, I did a quick
Mars.
I did a quick blogging of Earth as a
yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dark Ages. So the exact times I'm talking about the Dark Ages. How did you guys come out of the Dark Ages? What took you out of the Dark Ages was a group of people or a group of Africans, known at the time as the Moors, came over and actually helped take the people over in the West out of the Dark Ages. The reason they was in the Dark Ages is because there was a lack of hygiene, a lack of education in how to actually maintain and sustain life for longevity. When those Africans came across, or those Moors came across, they came and they actually put in the necessary infrastructure. They brought in architecture, they brought in infrastructure, they brought in hygiene, they brought in facilities, they brought in technology, they brought all these things in, they brought in culture, they brought all these things in and goes, here you go, this is what you're going to need to do to uplift your people, get things all sorted out. Mm-hmm. From that, we then saw them move out of those ages, and a lot of the buildings, and there's even a building there's a pub, and during those times there was I can't remember his name, but there was one of the Moors, and he worked directly in line with one of the kings, and the king as a thank you, he gave a load of pubs for this man, and they called it the Black Boy. Mm-hmm. So you can go all up and down the country, and you can go see the Black Boy, and you can see these pubs. They're all across the country, and then very aware of why the black boys are called the Black Boys. When you go into these pubs, because I visited one when I was in Essex. I saw one, and I was like, I have to go there. And all the white people that I was with was like, why? I was like, it's because it says Black Boy, and I was like, yes, because I know what that means. When you go in there, they'll explain it. I'll be able to explain it to you because I'll be able to show you all. And then when we got in there, the manager was able to explain it better than I was, like way better. And this is a white woman from Essex. Like, she was very, very clued in, but they have to be because obviously the historical understanding of the placement of the pub that she's running. So you understand. So that was just from a handful or a select few of the Moors. And even Spain was ran by a black man for however hundreds of
700.
years. 700 years. Do you see what I'm
Sorry,
saying?
I read that one on my trip.
Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, it's even when we look at like the Greeks, where did the Greeks get their information from? Where did they get their knowledge? Because we really over here in the West, we really big up the Greeks. Where did they get the information from? How they got this from the ancient Egyptians?
They also got it from India. They got the mathematics from India.
And then there we go. Okay, cool. So it's not yours. None of those things were ever yours. It was all embodied.
We don't use Roman numerals. We use Arabic numerals.
See?
I read that one as well.
So when we're talking about like, okay, cool, what wouldn't be in place or what would be in place if these guys wasn't in charge? They used a very outdated version of technology, which was their own way of like, they took out the technology that they was given during the times where these Moors came about and all the rest of it, and then went off in their own little directions with that. Cool, great. In fact, that's great. In fact, you're able to do that and be innovative in that way. Great. It just didn't nearly replicate the cities that was being created back home and the architecture that was being created beforehand. It
was a cheap imitation.
Cheap imitation.
Okay.
It was a BTEC imitation. The plumbing system's terrible. Before there was dashing shit and piss on the street.
Straight out the window.
Bro, what
I
the
saw
fuck?
in the picture.
Imagine you're walking down the street and piss and shit come land on you.
Crazy work.
And that's culturally stand normal. So you can't even get mad with the person who just dropped piss and shit on you.
Apparently so. They didn't have working toilets in all homes in the States until 1950s.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's a fugazi. So when we're talking about infrastructure alone, right now, you know better than I do, Mr. Martian. The water systems over here in the UK are absolutely diabolical.
Well, I don't know too much about the UK, but I've heard about it. Apparently there's such things as, was it estrogen in the water or stuff like that?
So the plumbing systems is broken. I flush my toilet, or the street, the stuff in the streets goes straight into what?
Yeah,
the local.
Right, but let me put back my Fabian hat on. I'm back.
Right.
Right. I work in drainage. You flush anything, pour anything down a road gully, anything that you see just walking on the side of the street that goes to your local river, that usually goes straight into the ground and usually seeps into the ground. 80% of the drinking water in England is from ground seeping water. So it's just extracted straight from the ground at one source somewhere, and then it goes through our pipes. It goes through a little filtration system, and then into your drinking water.
A little filtration.
80% of the 80% of the drinking water in the UK is from ground resting water.
That's fugazi.
And that's good. That's a natural thing. However, but the rivers are dirty, so it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Install your filters, guys.
So we're talking about these kind of systems in place.
I'm back as the Martian.
We wouldn't be having those systems wouldn't be in place. Like we would have working systems where we're not polluting ourselves for basic necessities.
I don't know. Do you think that's a part of the system?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. What do you mean? You're relying on a system.
Yeah,
Because if the system wasn't like that, you'd be able to live off of the land.
No, I'm saying what my belief is. They kept it that way deliberately?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because it means that you cannot live off the land.
Yeah.
If you can go to your local spring to go collect water, why the flip would you be paying for
You don't need
your water bill, or why would you be going to the shop and buying bottled water?
Apparently, you don't need to pay for water according to the laws of the land anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a necessity, so you shouldn't really be paying a water bill.
Same with electric and
But
gas.
we taught these things just to fit into society and not question.
Also because we're a product of the state.
Yeah, that too.
So when we was given a birth certificate, we become immediately a product of the state. So we're now owned by the state.
You're
so we're looked after by them. So now
after.
which is what makes us have to then, or liable, or
The first step apparently to doing that is floating your name as a business on the company house.
Yeah.
So they have to talk to you directly if they're going to put anything in your name. So you come up as like a business. But anyway, I'm going left. Let's come back.
yeah.
Ella. Mr. Martian here again. Could you tell me something that would have happened differently if they didn't have the power? Anything that you may believe?
Can't lie, I haven't actually thought that far.
Yeah?
Mr. Martian, I cannot help you, but I do have a question for you.
Go on.
What is the definition of race?
Do you want me to do it by searching it on Google, or do you want me to tell you of what they believe everybody?
Go
Actually,
for it.
I like to do
give us both.
type race and then meaning in on Google and
Race,
then read it
I
out.
spoke to the Martian about it this week.
This is my new thing, just to debunk everybody with it. This is my new one.
Oh no, they've okay, hold on.
I'm pretty sure all Martians think humanoids are a bit asinine, innit?
You can go search down. Yeah, you're right. You can go further down and it will tell you some other stuff, but it's the initial meaning of what it says on Google when you put meaning of race.
Okay, let's start this. Meaning of race. How do they're just pulling up the like races in like foot race.
Exactly. That's what it's meant to be. Exactly.
Oh, see, bro, I was looking at something wrong, you know. I'm there like,
you're not.
Where is this thing, bro? Like,
You won't
I
find
was looking for it.
You won't
I was thinking,
find
am I
it.
retarded? Am I spelling it wrong?
No,
I started questioning myself.
Okay, so
I was like,
This is my new way. This is my new way of doing it.
Oh, that's good still. I
This is my
can't
new way
lie.
of doing it.
That was good because you had me like,
Everyone's
Nah.
baffled. They're baffled.
all right, read
and I'm
the
like,
first definition.
I started
read the
started
definition.
thinking that I was like,
you all
something
mash
wrong,
up
bro.
because we're all
Yeah,
mash
yeah.
up. We're all so
read out the
wired.
first
A
definition.
competition between runners, horses, vehicles, etc.
I'm just gonna slap it right here. It's gonna be right here.
To see which is the fastest in covering a set course.
And then there's even more.
And there's just like random stuff to do with that. It's
Races.
strong or
How fast you can run that race.
Yeah, it's
How
literally
long
stuff
is that
like
race?
Stuff like that. Compete with another or others. Like,
Yo,
blah,
it's
blah,
dark,
blah,
innit?
blah,
It's
blah,
dark.
blah, blah, blah.
This is what I'm telling to people when I said there's no such thing as a race. There's no. It annoys me every time I hear people say it now. It actually just there's a little jab in my chest. Like, I'm like, I have to get used to it again. But I'm if I could change the world, one word I would remove. This is what my thing for white people. I would remove that word race that they created in like the 1800s times.
Yeah.
I would remove it because it has caused so much issues. It's even got a whole word that we love to use from it called racism,
which doesn't even make sense.
which technically
there's no
doesn't
race.
make sense because race doesn't exist.
So, do you know what's interesting as well? Because just pivoting off that and going back to the last conversation we was having with the whole Asian boycotting the Asian communities and the rest of it. That's because there's a division based off of race.
I know.
So the moment you get rid of that race word,
You can't use that
immediately
anymore.
that division disappears.
It's gone because we use ethnicity, and ethnicity is characteristics of what body types of things on a person's body type. Simple as, yeah. And we have so many things in common for our characteristics. Do you understand? For our body characteristics, we are just all either. Like I've been wrong in this of the last week of where I've been calling people either a Neanderthal, Homo sapien, or Denisovian. Yeah. And we're either a mixture of the three or you have more of one of the three. Yeah. I'm not going to try and break down, but black people are Homo sapiens and white people might have the 4% Neanderthal in them. Why we look the difference. That is the difference. And Denisovians are the people of Asia. They look a little bit different from us as well. But they also say they're not, they also got more Homo sapien in them because we mixed with Mongolians back in the day and that's how the Native Americans came about, and blah, blah, blah. I could go into more depth, but I probably don't know the ins and outs of it, and people could go
I've
back
got
in
a
the
video
comments.
for you, don't worry.
Could go in the comment section and be like, he don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about either. So we'll go back and forth all day. But I'm trying to say, if they didn't create this word race, we wouldn't have been able to divide and conquer so well of how they did it. They literally wanted to say, yo, if that person's of a darker skin color than you, they're not the same as you. Anything. They're a completely different being. Like, they don't even have the same cell makeup to each other, which is not necessarily the truth.
To some degree.
To some degree.
To some degree.
I feel like a Martian now because I feel like one of them people, you know, you just walk into a conversation, you're just learning and absorbing as what's going on. Like, you don't even know what to say. You're just sitting there in awe. That's why I've been quiet because I'm like,
This all came to me because Elon's dad came out in the woodwork this week and said, if the states go below 50% population of white people, like if they have,
Back to the jungle, isn't
they're
it?
going back to the jungle. This one triggered me this week. It triggered me.
make it make sense.
It didn't make no sense to me. And I'm looking at this man. This man's looking decrepit. He's looking hated by the sun. He's looking mashed up. Neck looking all turkey. And I'm talking about you are the chosen ones. You were the man that's meant to be
Oh, what with the Botox and the face?
crazy work. You were the ones that were meant to be here fending for this land working this land, being able to flourish and make it beautiful, and all you've not done is destroy it. And you're talking about back to the jungle. Your concrete jungle is any better? I'd rather it all overgrown.
Yeah, 100%.
And it went back to nature, and people's front gardens was farms again, and people could grow produce in it rather than what we have now.
You can't live off this land.
Everything is poison.
Soil mash up now.
Everything's mash up. You can't even connect to the ground. You go walk outside with barefoot, you're on concrete.
Yeah, it's done.
You know what I mean? That the hypocrisy of that alone, that we don't actually understand that we need to ground ourselves. We have literally put a slab of concrete between us and the earth itself most of the time when we're walking around in the West.
Yeah.
And that completely messes up our equilibrium.
Yeah.
Mashes us up.
Yeah.
But that's where they want to be. They say we're going back to the jungle if our ilk get the majority again, which we always were the majority. We always have been the majority. Across the entire world, there are more dark-skinned people than lighter-skinned people. I mean, white people. It's never not been like that. However, they want to make you believe like having us in power will literally put you, probably, they think like we'll make them slaves.
It's because of what they've done to us, so they're fearful of what we're going to do back to them. But the thing is, it's not of our nature.
We're not a spiteful people.
It's never been in our nature. So that's why if you look at it, like every group of people that's came to us, as in the Africans, has been abused. So like every group, and we kept welcoming them in. It's like you would have thought at some point, you'd be like, are you guys like not going to stop? But it's because our nature is to be of love and to be of peace, and we don't expect that to do us so dirty, especially when we're being such good hosts.
Yeah.
It's like you're coming over to us, like the Italians did it, the flipping the Portuguese did it, the Arabs did it. Arabs are still doing it today, bro. They're still doing it today. I mean, they're all still doing it to this day.
That's what we spoke about last week, innit? We were talking about Dubai. I'm like, would you go to live in Dubai?
Never. I wouldn't even go visit.
I know we wouldn't, but if people on a whole knew about the history of Dubai and the history of Sudan and how it would,
people still go.
They would still go.
People still go. They're so ignorant. They're so ignorant. They don't care. It's like, oh well, it doesn't affect me. What can I do about it? Shut up.
And we have friends. We have close friends that think like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Start.
Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? What can you do?
So yeah, as you were saying, we've welcomed them so many different.
We've welcomed everybody, which is why we've been abused.
So many different walks of people,
and everyone's abused us. Yeah. Everyone's abused the African people.
And even when they haven't abused us, we've. How do I say? I wouldn't even say abused. That we've been too kind and sharing. Still, we've offered out too much. I still believe ourselves. At the end of the day,
that's a form of abuse, bro.
I'll go on.
Like if I'm okay, it's only too much if I'm not getting back in return. So one of the things that we do as people, we just give with no expectation. That's what
I meant.
That's what I'm saying. So we give with no expectation.
Yeah.
But that's because we're expecting that from them. So we're expecting them to give with also no expectation. So we're expecting that mutual exchange. But they're not meeting.
There's an expectation then. That's an oxymoron in itself.
What do you mean? Oh, because we're expecting them to also then give without expectation.
That's what I'm saying. That part of us is wrong. We shouldn't be giving without expectation. And then in hindsight, you're saying
expecting them to give the way we give.
Yeah. That's the wrong. I'm saying we've done that wrong. We need to stop that.
Okay, or maybe they're not expecting, but they're just also not expecting to be abused. Maybe that's what it is. They're not expecting to be abused.
Yeah.
So they expect because
even down to now, bro, Burkina Faso doing all the stuff that Ibrahim's doing out there, he still wants people from the Afro Diaspora from across the world just to come in and help. But if we're taught in the West, we're technically corrupted, unless we pull ourselves out from the Western thinking and we go into Burkina Faso with a capitalist mindset, we're just going to cause more issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean by we're too good for just saying, yeah, come and help. No, fam, the vetting process has to be serious. It has to be serious, bro. Yeah. Sorry, we can't trust each other anymore. As I just saw, I think I showed Ella, I was watching Amanda Seals. There was a black lady that was working for the Democrats at a point. She was getting texted by Epstein to talk about certain things inside the courthouse when they were talking about the Epstein files. This is in 2019. Not all skin folk is kin folk.
No, definitely.
Simple as. You have to vet each other because we have been taught in the West.
Yeah, it's techie still.
We've been brought up in this capitalist, horrible society.
I mean, he's a global terrorist, isn't it?
Who?
Burkina Faso.
Oh, technically, yeah.
He's a
global.
Has the guy even left Africa?
He doesn't need to. He says it himself. He goes, I took 2 trips to Russia because I needed to go and sort some business out, but my business is in Burkina Faso.
No, the reason why I say has he even left the country is because like the guy's only gone Russia, like you said, yeah. But yet the guy's being seen as a global threat. How can you be a global terrorist and you barely leave your country?
Because your effects of what you've done in your country has affected the globe. When it hasn't affected the globe, it's affected a few countries like France, America.
Man ain't even out here doing that rather than looking after his people, and you're a global threat. You're a global terrorist. Oh, come off it, man. Leave the man alone and let the people be.
I think Niger moved their uranium from resources from France to Russia now as well.
Good.
Yeah,
Take it all.
He's gonna be classed as a terrorist. What are you gonna
Good.
say?
Yeah, Burkina Faso 2027, guys.
What moved there?
Oh, well, I was gonna say to visit.
At least visit.
Yeah.
I'm loving to see what I'd like to see what it's actually. I would like to see personally what it looks like, what the culture's like.
No,
What they're actually.
people,
Do you know how
people have been there
years.
recently.
Do you know how difficult it is to get there?
Huh?
Mad at the moment to get there, innit? You have to take 3 separate connecting flights because
Makes
they're
sense.
forcing you
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
to get
To be
there.
fair, there are people who've done vlogs on YouTube so far about Burkina Faso currently, and people are really enjoying it.
I want to. Yeah, I'm
looks
curious to
really
see
lovely.
because
They've
now
got-
they've got the money and it's actually funneling into the people. It'd
Yeah,
be interesting to see.
They've got some nice looking hotels in the capital. They've got some new built apartments, houses, hospitals, shopping mall that's currently being built. I need to update to see if that's done, but it's looking great.
As it should do, though.
It's looking wonderful.
Now the money's actually circulating in the people. It's
Yeah.
actually able to do what they need to
Roads
do.
are looking smooth.
That's what nationalization looks like, basically.
Yeah.
Being able to use your resources for what they're and selling it for the price of what they're worth.
Yeah.
Looking gorgeous. Like even my mum was saying she wants to go there. Hey,
What was you gonna say? Because I had a segue that just come into my mind in
I
regards.
I read too much in it. So France pledging something like 2.5 billion to the Congo rainforest because it's the breadfruit in the Eden of Africa. They're saying blah blah. We need to look after it. In my head, I'm thinking, right, imagine if Congo got to sell all the minerals of what they're worth, of the money,
They
of what
need
they're
that
worth.
too.
Would they need that 2.5 billion from France?
That 2.5 billion is nothing.
It's
to them.
nothing.
Nothing.
I was just thinking to
It's
it just
nothing
went
to them if that's the case.
in my head when they said nationalization. I said, imagine Africa got allowed to nationalize itself. That's what we were working for, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, go on.
Oh snap. One of the things that you was talking about, what would be different if those the system that's being put in place and those elites that's in place didn't actually touch it. We'd also see a different map.
Oh yeah,
Which we're seeing a huge push from the African people right now. The African people, the African nations are actually saying like, yo, we need to change the map because it's lying so blatantly to everybody.
You can fit North America, Asia, Brazil, China, and Europe inside Africa.
So how the hell does Greenland look bigger than the whole of Africa? Doesn't make sense.
But America is the same size as Africa on the map.
You see that again doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
all these
South
things,
America is the same.
all these things don't make sense. And if you even look, like we're told, like as the closer you get to the equator, the hotter it is. But then you look at the equator and where the equator cuts across, and you look at the heat, the weather of the weather, and you're like, well, that doesn't align.
Okay.
Because you guys are so if that's how close you guys are to the equator. You guys should be hot all year round, but yet you're not. So what's going on there? It just goes to show you how displaced they actually are because of the map placement.
The hypocrisy of the map.
So obviously that's another thing that actually hugely, and I'm seeing obviously, like I said, the national, the African nations are actually now pushing for that to be changed because they're like, it's miseducating, and it's creating a sense of power dynamic.
Bro, let's not go there.
That needs to shift. Because why are we being looked at as we're so small and insignificant when we're actually the powerhouse?
If that was the case, you would shut off all minerals from going outside of Africa if you're on them flips, bro. Like stop with the hypocrisy of just talking about the size of a map. You have the power to change everything on the entirety of the globe by saying no more things is coming out of this country. But you're still you're still corrupt at the top level.
And can they do that though? Because of all the contracts that they've signed, can they just go, do you know what? Fuck the contracts. We're just locking.
They definitely could have bricks the way
Borders
bricks
done.
are moving right now, because the contracts that you've written up are between both sides of the globe. You've written contracts with America, and you've written contracts with Russia, and you've written contracts with China. China and Russia are against America at this moment in time. As much as you want to look on the mainstream media as they're not pushing it, the main battle is now coming again. It's now socialism / communism versus democracy, because Russia and China and Brazil and UAE are linking up with themselves with the BRICS to take out the dollar again. So you can choose a side right now. Choose a side. And that's when you're going to cause a rift in the entirety of the world, because you say, I'm going to choose this side, but you are going to have to pay me the correct amount of money on the mineral price, not what we've been getting fleeced for by the West anymore. And that's where you become the middleman. And Africa is always needed. You're either going to say no, or you're going to just carry on and being exploited for the rest of your times.
Yeah, but what I mean is like, can they do that in the sense of like, because they've got them contracts in place, can they just fuck the contract and ignore the contract and just go, all right, cool.
But that's what a coup d'etat is. That's exactly what a coup d'etat is.
So you're saying just coup d'etat?
But I don't call it coup d'etat. Take control of your country. Simple as. Coup d'etat is what we as the westernized call it, because they think like it's a way.
Because you're going against us, now it's a coup d'etat. I hear it.
It's not a coup d'etat. I'm taking back my country.
I'm looking after myself because you haven't been doing it.
You never have been doing it. And that's what Africa on a whole just need to do. Look, we're not trying to say like we're not going to give you the stuff anymore. We still need to trade and barter and bargain with you. However, you're going to pay the price for it. And the only way I believe Africa are going to be able to say and put their foot down is by saying, F the West, we're going to go with BRICS. But BRICS, if you're going to go with you're going to have to pay us what it's worth. And if not, fuck everybody. You're going to have to come to war with us if you want this stuff. Simple as.
But that's the problem is they haven't got the infrastructure too good to war with.
No, they don't. Bro. They don't.
Because they're so underdeveloped, military wise, is so underdeveloped because they haven't had the money circulating in their own countries.
And no nukes.
And do you get it? So, and they've not been given the luxury of being able to create and build up nukes and all the rest of it. They're finished. So they can't go to war. They have to pick a side.
Yeah, that's why I say pick a side. I started by picking the side.
Yeah,
last resort is F you, man.
But you can't even do that. That's not even the last resort.
But
that's self-implosion.
You never know. They could have had some secret militaries, man, are getting taught all on the covert, all this
Anytime
madness.
that happens, they get taken out, bro. Yeah. Anytime that starts getting some traction, that gets taken out. And you've seen it with like black Americans that's gone over to Africa and started that stuff. Cut for the knees. Even like people like Wesley Snipes was doing stuff like that. And he was like, that's when the whole tax thing came about.
Is it?
Yeah, no tax problems. They was like, oh, right, you're trying to help the African people. You're teaching the kids how to fight. You're teaching them this. You're teaching them that. Safe. Tax evasion. Tax evasion. Let's slap you in the bin for a little bit. Yeah, put you in your place, let you know. No.
You should come back out and go back again, Wesley, man. Fuck all that. You just went back into your little lapdog and sat down in your place again.
Yeah, bro, because he was like, right, I'm not trying to go back to prison.
Well, don't go to Africa then. Just citizenship, that. Go Burkina. Do what Khalees is doing. That's why she's always in Africa. She's always in Ghana and these places doing her thing, bro. Do what Khalees is doing. Anyway, annoyed me. My last thing, what I believe would never been changed if they didn't have the power what they have, is the amount of extinct animals we have on this planet.
It's disgusting, isn't it? No. Actually disgusting. Because we all have placement in a natural need.
Go on, now. It looks like you had something to say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about the bees.
I hear it still. It's an important part. It's actually so undervalued. It's so undervalued and so underappreciated how important bees are. It's mad that they've actually got us scared of bees, but go on.
If you see a tired bee, give it sugar water.
Oh, that's what's happening in Jamaica. They're telling them a lot of that to do that in Jamaica because the bees have nothing to pollinate.
Yeah, I saw.
Because of the amount of water and everything's just sodden, bees are dying off at a mad rate in Jamaica.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to do a repopulation
really
program for the bees over there.
Yeah, it almost nearly put a tear to my eye. There's no way.
Because everything's gonna die out.
Everything is so drenched, so drowned, isn't it?
That makes sense. Though that's sad. That's tacky.
And that's a thing going on across the whole world with bees. They're dying out on an alarming rate because of the pesticides and the deforestation and the amount of plants that are just will lose. Let alone animals, plants that are just going extinct as well.
Technology as well.
Oh yeah, they mess up their natural, what do they call them?
The
migration patterns.
Yeah,
their migration patterns messed up.
And all that.
Yeah, the electromagnetic fields coming off of our radio towers, phones, the Wi-Fi, all the rest of it is mashing up.
My phones are killing the bees.
Yeah, hugely.
Apparently I heard this from Trump though. This is funny. I was listening to this is before he was in power.
Go
on the Joe Rogan podcast. The wind turbines, the ones out at sea, they mess up the whales' swimming patterns as well.
See,
that was from Trump. I don't know. No, I ain't looked too far into it, but it sounds like it could be on the same. Makes sense.
So yeah, your phone's mashing up the bees. Put your phone next to a bee next time you see a bee and watch how your bee starts bugging out.
I don't think I want to do
I don't want to try that.
I'm not literally.
That's dark, fam.
Literally,
put your phone next to a bee and see what you're going to do.
Not literally, I'm saying that's how quickly you can see it mash it up, not actually go do it.
They do say They do say that birds tend to pass out or just drop
Near 5G
dead-
towers.
Yeah, near
Yeah.
5G towers. Yeah,
Bucks them up, and we carry these devices on us every day.
My 5G's never on.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't even matter. But even the 4G mashes the bees and the birds.
At least I can say my 5G's never on.
The 5G.
5G is so mad. They give me headaches and all sorts.
Yeah, mash you up. I've
Got
never seen a load of.
EMF patch at the back of my phone.
Yeah, but 5G, I turn that off on my
Can
phone.
only do
4G
so
is
much,
still fast enough. You know, I'm not.
Yeah, facts. I
mean, you can only do so
personally, I think 3G was fast enough. I think they just deliberately.
I don't know about that.
I personally
3G was a bit mad because when I deep it, because when I put it into perspective, when we were actually using 3G, the highest megapixel things we were using, not megapixel, frames per second was 30 to 60 and it was 720 HP.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
I didn't even take that into consideration.
Take that into consideration. Now
Yeah, I
we're
didn't
looking
do
at things at 1080p at 60 frames per second. I don't think 3G
3G is
can run
handling that. Yeah, fair.
4G, fine.
Yeah. Well, 4G is perfectly fine for me anyway. But
Yeah.
so we're
That's
seeing.
what we can have because 3G is incredibly slow for what it is now, sadly.
Yeah, because everything's running 60 FPS.
Yeah.
1080, and your phone's trying to push more than 1080. This is trying to push 4K, I'm pretty sure.
Why do we need that? Ain't it mashing up our
No,
eyes?
yeah, it's just everything. Everybody wants convenience.
Clean,
Everybody
innit?
wants convenience. Everybody wants the
The
best.
clearest,
Everybody wants this. They want to be able to see
the clearest
this.
definition we have
What
is
we
our own
what we
eyes.
have the eyes. They want to be able to see that through the camera
Yeah,
screen.
let me take this off. The clearest definition we have is coming from our own.
Not her eyes.
Yeah, not
Eyes.
yours.
Not her eyes.
What is it? 2020 vision you meant to have? So what you
Yeah.
probably got there? 2050?
God forbid.
What is yours? Do you know?
No,
You can do work for it though. Like you can take things that's actually going to help with your eyes.
you know, to be fair, I've been
eye
wearing my
correct.
glasses a lot less. The only reason why I'm wearing them now is because the amount of light that's in here. But I also think that's not an excuse. When I step out in the sun, I've stopped wearing sunglasses
That's good.
because I need my eyes to heal.
Yeah.
When I was in St. Lucia, I barely used my glasses, even to use my phone. To be fair, I'll just open my eyes in the
You
salt
go
water.
in, yeah, I was about to say, go
Yeah, I
in the
was gonna
water,
say, yeah.
in the mineral water, in the botanical falls and stuff like that, and when you open your eyes in the water,
Oh yeah.
pure, clear, clean water, and you can look around. You're looking just like this, like no goggles.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's
innit?
crazy.
nuts,
Yeah.
innit?
Real
Yeah,
mineral,
our eyes are more
pure
powerful
water.
than we give it credit for. Like we're just constantly like going for eye checks and stuff. You know, it's this they say like this is a medicine for the eyes, but honestly, like I just
Living
end
in-
up becoming
Living
more
in the
reliant
West
on it.
itself is just poison in the body.
Yeah.
You realize that when you're an adult and you go to places like the Caribbean or you go to Bali or you're going over to
You don't feel it.
anywhere like Indonesia and actual places where natural springs are and like
Mm-hmm.
you're still living off the land and places just clean. You realize of what just living in those environments does to your body.
Yes.
You're literally putting back so much minerals and so much
Mm-hmm.
nutrients back in the body by just walking in that kind of environment.
Yeah. Just breathing the air.
Just breathing the air.
Just breathing the air.
Your hair, my hair didn't have one bit of flake and I didn't put any product in my hair whatsoever. I just went to the Sulphur Springs on the second night we went Sulphur Springs. Then we went to the mineral baths and then no such things as product. My hair did not flake. It was moist. It was beautiful.
It's lovely,
Come
innit?
back to England. We gave it 3 hours. My nails started to break in.
Boom. It's like it just sucks all the moisture out of you, innit?
My
It
nails
just
broke.
pulls all out of your system, bro.
My
It's
hands started
mad.
to go white and then the next day I had dandruff.
Yeah, it's brave.
Within a day,
Yeah.
your body, that's just telling you that your skin is absorbing all of this crap out of the environment.
The only thing I can say about my glasses or with glasses now in general is that they put coating over lenses usually. So I don't know for most people, but I know it's a thing now. I've got blue blockers
Yeah, important.
on my
still.
glasses,
Important.
and the moment they said that they could do that for me, when I got my glasses done.
What's that? The blue light in the back of the TV?
Yeah,
Blue light.
yeah. It does help. So if I put my glasses like near to like a white background, you'll see like a little orangish tint.
Yeah, it's necessary because the basic. Do you know what that does? Do you know why that is important?
What is it? I can't remember. She's told me.
So it mashes up your circadian rhythm. So that's one of the problems, which is obviously your wake sleep cycle,
I
which
did
just
tell you that.
bracks up every rhythm, which your whole body is based off of that system. So if your circadian rhythm's out, every one of your systems is now working overtime immediately because of that. So like, which is why a lot of people with then
ADHD and then
insomnia, those kind of problems,
Yeah.
all of that. Like
I've
people
heard about
start-
it recently actually.
a lot of brain fog. People will be dealing with brain fog, a lot of tiredness, blah blah. Like that's all
I'll
due
give
to
an
that.
example, right? I told him the same thing, and he thought I was crazy. we put warm light back in the room,
Mm.
and I told him, "You feel the difference?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was just like, "No."
So you see with me, yeah,
difference.
I'm weird.
You have to pay attention to these things.
I've been
My sleep has been a little bit better since we put the warm light back in. Right, we had a blue light, and for the rest of it, I just hated it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But I just couldn't explain it. Like it was explaining it to someone who doesn't, or who's never heard of that, can be very difficult.
You have to get to a level of knowledge where you can explain it to a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you're working with people necessarily like me, when I would say if I'm tired, I'll sleep, and it doesn't matter where, what, when, how, what it is, and my sleep pattern has never been mashed up my whole entire life. It's hard to explain it to me. I don't talk about it to anybody in general.
But see, what you've just said there though is that you've got a good rhythm.
Yeah.
And so like now, because you've got a good rhythm and good system, your body is now producing the hormones at the right time, and then that makes you then be able to, this time my body just naturally then goes, okay, sleep time. I wake up at this time, because your body's already got that rhythm.
Yeah. So I was just saying me in general.
I also think it might also be the difference between male and female biology as well.
Okay, go on.
Because
what do you mean?
I know that women in general sometimes may have a harder time sleeping right away. Like I've noticed that, he'll just drop asleep, and me, some nights I have insomnia straight up, even if
My mum told me when I was a child, if you are tired, you will sleep. And that has stuck with me till this moment now. If I'm tired, I'm going to sleep.
Lucky you.
And that's how I've just been taught. And unfortunately, there's a lot of things that have been taught to me from my parents and grandparents that have just stuck with me to make me look at everybody else like, why are you not falling asleep? But I have had to get myself out of that because it's not natural.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not natural.
I suffer with insomnia typically around winter times.
Yeah.
So when it's dark most of the day, I struggle with insomnia really, really badly.
Yeah, because it's dark around like 5 o'clock now, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it's
this time of year, like even as of last week, there's been multiple nights where I've not been able, I'm not able to sleep.
And then daylight comes and you mash up.
And then I'm sleeping for too long. Like insomnia is not nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
There's no in between.
I wouldn't wish it on.
I'm trying to find this one. There's one lady that chats a lot about African history and how America's whitewashed history and blah, 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 blah. But she was talking about
sleep,
circadian rhythm, and how time and the analog clock that we've brought in, it was a deliberate way to just put that out of a line as well.
Oh, 100%. Because even
how putting things into dates and calendars 6 months down the line is not a thing to the human body. No. We only react within 2 to 3 days of the actual event, of when our dopamine and our different kind of chemical systems start to work, when we start to think about the actual event. We can't do that 10 months down the line, because we can put it into our calendar, but you actually don't get the chemical equation and reactions in your body about thinking about what you're actually going to do for that equation between 2 to 3 days before you actually get there.
Send me that. I want to take a look into that. I've not heard that before.
That's what I was just trying, because as soon as you said circadian rhythm, I'm like, where have I heard this from?
Yeah. That's interesting. I've not heard that before. So yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of things again that doesn't, what she's saying, I could hear exactly what she's saying. It's like, for instance, we're meant to wake when the sun comes up. We're meant to rise as the sun rises. We're meant to rise. So that first half an hour of the sun being risen, we're meant to actually be looking at the sun. So that actually helps cure our eyes. There's a part that first half an hour of the sunrise and last half an hour of the sunset. That's when our eyes are able to take on the UVs of the sun. That helps activate our pineal glands. That helps activate and set our rhythms of the body. That actually allows us to tap into some of the, how do I word this without sounding woo-woo? I'm just going to say it woo-woo. Supernatural powers as such. So you see the things of like clairvoyance and so forth. That comes from us at the activation of our third eye. For instance, if everyone closed their eyes right now and said a word or said something inside their head, they can all hear it. If you were to close your eyes right now and picture something in your head, you can see it. That is the mind's eye, which is the third eye. You need to feed that. You need to decalcify that. And that can come from, and is a great way of doing that. And
let me throw one thing into which
at the sun.
I know, which I wouldn't say, people will say, how will you know this? There's a necessarily reason why black people we first came up in Africa, because close to the equator line. Because when you're close to the equator line, you usually have 12 hours of daylight at a time. You get up at 6 in the morning, the sun goes down at 6 at night. So you're more or less guaranteed every single day to get up with the sun. When we were in St. Lucia, it is literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to think about what Jamal's just explained about that. You're getting up with the sun
Yeah.
no matter what.
That's the
because
natural
everyone,
rhythm.
that's natural rhythm. Everybody's getting up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, hustle and bustle. You ain't got no time to be asleep because pop, 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 pop,
Yeah,
on the
you're hearing
road,
everything.
Everything's
Everything
moving.
running.
As that sun's rising in the sky, everything is starting
Even
to
in your
rise
own yard,
through
you
the
hear
day.
pot and pan, pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
downstairs. You're like, right, okay, cool. Breakfast, yeah, all right, cool. Come downstairs.
Do you not hear like how it's just aligning? It just makes too much sense. When people were originally on this earth, we were on across the equator, where 12 hours of daylight was. Not we didn't go up north where we are now in Europe, where we've got a completely out of a line daytime to nighttime hours, and we're trying to live alongside that, which doesn't make any sense.
Which is why we all see how we have winter blues. Our people suffer
Sad, innit?
across the winter.
Seasonal
winter
affective
blues.
disorder.
Yeah, bro, and we struggle. I'm struggling right now.
I used to
You're
suffer.
all right because you just come from St. Lucia, so
Well,
you lot are not so bad. It won't be as bad for you
that
lot.
too. It's also the fact that my mum taught me how to deal with seasonal affective disorder as well. Like there's different ways of knowing your patterns of
Yes.
how you're feeling.
Yeah.
So you go and remove yourself from certain people here, so it's not going to actually add on top of
100%.
Yeah. So I've had to learn how to deal with it.
Yeah,
as well.
we have
'Cause
to.
throughout school.
Struggling in it.
Techie. Like,
Struggling,
because I
innit?
play football, innit? Because we play football. We have no idea why you're outside in the freezing cold January and February. You're just feeling depressed on the football pitch, but I'm meant to be enjoying it and running around. She's got seasonal affective disorder.
Personally, I still take vitamin D at this
I was
time.
about to say E2, vitamin D3 and K2.
Yeah, I've got vitamin D3 spray. I take 5 sprays a day.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen you even
'cause-
do it like that.
Yeah, vitamin D3 and K2 is necessary.
Yeah, necessary.
You don't want to take D3 because it can calcify on your bones. So you don't want to take too much of that. If you without the K2 is what's going to help your body absorb it.
I knew
and
I was
actually take
missing
it on there.
something.
And then if you can take an omega-3 as well with that, ideal. That'd be the perfect kind of formula for that. Really, really, really good. For myself at least, not medical
You just
advice.
reminded me I need to.
Yeah, well, there's no medical physicians here.
Yeah, that's why I'm making sure I throw that out there.
Yeah.
It's not medical advice. That's what I've just found.
Like, I just made a tea today, innit? What was it? Milk thistle, turmeric,
Banging.
cloves,
Banging.
wormwood, all that kind
Banging.
of stuff.
So parasite ridden with the wormwood and the cloves. You got milk thistle for your liver, clear out and clean your liver. And you said what was
That's
in there?
just it. Well, it was cloves, milk thistle, wormwood, turmeric.
Turmeric is going to be good for
Yeah, I
anti-inflammatory.
think that's it.
Anti-inflammatory is going to
Yeah, so
help.
it was 4 things
bring down
today. That was it. So.
Good for your blood as well. Turmeric's very.
I just
good
do
for
it
your
every
blood.
other month. 1 month on, 1 month off, 1 month on, 1 month off.
Yeah, it's good to have a little clearing system.
That's what it is.
That's something like if you look at our grandparents, they used to have.
My mum was saying it. She said,
See?
I don't do this. She said, I stopped this at 17. I said, why? Because I promised myself I wouldn't put myself through this pain
Yeah,
again.
see?
And I'm like, why?
We
Because at the
need
end of the day,
this.
you need it. Like,
This looks after
we're
us.
living in the West. We're living in a world where we're poisoning ourselves 24/7.
And we used to do that back home.
Yeah.
In
When
the
we weren't
environments
poisoning
when we
us.
weren't poisoning ourselves to this degree. I mean,
Yeah.
we're still poisoning ourselves, just not to this degree.
Yeah.
And
Everything
now
is-
we're over here and we're not doing that.
Do you know what? In some degree, it was probably seen as like a punishment almost.
No,
because
it definitely
You
was.
100%.
Yeah, because I
100%.
remember my mum chasing me down the house with fish.
Oh, no, you were that.
oil. Feral cod
Let me
oil.
finish on this. Yeah. Let me finish on this. Don't you think it's a major issue with our community that we never know how to bloody explain anything to each other, though? It irritates me to my core.
Explain.
Why did you not just tell us as children why we're doing this?
Oh, well, okay, this is the flush the system. You take. Well, I did get explained to me. It's good for you.
That's you.
That's what we got, innit?
I'm taking the mic. I'm taking the mic. I'm taking the mic. I'm taking the
Come on,
mic.
that's what we
Not
got.
an
All we got was
I was going
good
to
for
take
you.
this. Shut your mouth.
When the
Yeah.
child's born, whenever you're going to get explained. I'm not going to say you're going to take this because of X, Y, and Z. Like you need to.
I hear it, but then my question is was they fully aware of actually why it was good for us, or was it something they just did due to traditions?
Well, if
Because-
my mum can break it down for me on why and the Senecot, and then they got this clean out and then this clean out and this clean out, and she said the reason why my acne was good, my skin was clear, my periods weren't as bad. It sounds like to me, you know
the
what
reasons. Yeah.
So
All right, cool, fairs.
it's crazy to me because
Fairs.
okay, we're gonna end all that with this generation, this millennial here now. We're going to change that. We're explaining shit to our kids.
Oh, facts.
We're not
Without a
doing
doubt.
that. We're not doing that anymore. I'm sick and tired of that rubbish.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's coming up to the hour point. You got anything else to say?
Oh, we've got to figure out how to explain cod liver oil to a 5-year-old.
You don't have to explain to figure it. No, you don't have to.
Do you know what my thing is?
You just give it to them and you say, this is what it's doing. For
yeah,
you.
and then if you
Yeah.
create it as a lifestyle, because like I look at my niece and nephew and teachings that I give them is like little things. Like they was over the house the other day, and it come to bedtime, and I was like, 5 things you're grateful for before you go to bed. Good night. Before you go to sleep, say 5 things you're grateful for. And my niece was like, why? And I was like, because we need to align your mindset with thinking about things that are good and that you're appreciative and putting you in alignment with gratitude before you go to sleep. So then as you end the day on a good term and you start the day on a good term. So it's something that I do every morning. I wake up, I say 5 things I'm grateful for. I go to bed, I say 5 things I'm grateful for. I don't get to go to sleep without doing it.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. It's before I go to bed and when I wake up.
You know the last thing I'm thinking of if I'm falling asleep? Have I got this ready for work, that ready for work, that ready for work, that ready for work, that ready for work? That's tech.
I wonder why you wake up.
See, so once you've done that, now do the 5 things we're grateful. All right, what's the 5 things we're grateful for? Fling that in there straight after. All right, cool. I can go to sleep. Okay, what am I grateful for today?
No, whatever. Like you've seen me do it. I could be lying in bed and I'm like,
Yeah, the alarm goes
Like,
off,
what?
and the alarm goes off, and the first thing he does is kiss his teeth.
not even that. It's the night before. I did it last Friday.
Kiss your teeth for bed, kiss your teeth when you rise.
Shit. I was like, she's like, what? I said, the charger's in the van and I need to
She
charge
clocked
the box.
it, yeah, see?
It's 11:30 at night.
I don't want to do this.
My body's going at 100 miles an hour, just making sure I got tick for the morning. If I can't tick everything off, I can't go to sleep.
Can't go to sleep, yeah, see?
So that's how I am though. Like
Yeah.
I'm so wired for efficiency for my life. I don't want me to mess up.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's good. That's not a bad thing to have because now you're prepared for the next day. Preparation is key. We under prepare. So we're often and then a victim to the circumstances. So to prepare is key. So that's great. Now do the gratitude as well. Yeah,
Be a
man.
victim to
Do
your
wonders
work
for your
schedule.
mentality. Like and just your mental state does wonders. And just puts you in alignment with gratitude, innit?
Man.
Godly frequency, man.
I forgot to say it once this episode. Like, share, subscribe, all them things.
And don't be a victim to your work schedule.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Comment as well. Yeah,
I'm
we
back.
need comments. Jammy's back.
So show me some love. Let me know that. Let me know that I'm back. Let me
Hopefully the
feel
algorithm
like I'm back.
will help us out this week.
So I say, peace
Alright,
and
man.
love always.
In a bit, people. We're back next week, hopefully, with Darky.
Yeah.